Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dumbass Podcast. I am Winter.
I'm Gold Pikmin. Zach, actually.
And I'm Glitchmaster Phase.
I'm actually in the same room as Winter this time.
Yeah, it's remarkable that the audio won't be as bad this time. But today's video or podcast is sponsored by Fuck Off Juice. Don't ask what's in it, just fuck off.
If you need a drink that says no for you because you're too lazy to open your mouth,
drink Fuck Off Juice. But
that would be the perfect product for me.
You gotta try some.
Yeah.
No one can know what's in it.
Good?
Yeah. No, here's the thing, Nathaniel. Obviously the name of the drink is just a meme, but it's actually it tastes good. It's actually technically healthy because it has vitamins and no sugar.
That's all anyone is ever gonna know about this.
Yeah, that's pretty good inspiration juice.
Anyway,
I'll try some myself.
It's the meanest name and the nicest drink.
Anyway,
how's the new flavor, by the way?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's a lot like fruit punch.
Yeah. It's
anyway,
it's my custom fruit punch.
So,
today's actual subject.
Today's episode, we're talking about Las Vegas, because if you didn't already know, we're going to Las Vegas in a few years.
It's a planned trip.
But on top of that, we're also talking about the greatest shit show on earth, Puppet Squad.
Mostly because we plan to film an episode while in Las Vegas.
Yep. That's going to be chaos.
The Puppet Squad is probably one of my many weaknesses that I have. And sometime in the future, I might end up joining it.
Hey, we need to talk about something real quick. How dare you have sympathy for Corey?
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
In the words of Black Panther, we don't do that here.
That's not allowed.
We're meaning, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know.
Anyway, so we're mainly throwing Puppet Squad into the theme because we plan to record an episode while there.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically in the Omega Mart.
Think about it. Monk in Las Vegas is the perfect chaotic thing ever.
Yeah, Monk in Omega Mart, probably high off his ass.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't feel... Even if you've never done drugs a day in your life, you're going to feel like it in Omega Mart.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Omega Mart is legally immune to all laws on advertising.
Well, it's in a place called Area 15... So, I mean, there's something going on there.
Area 15?
Yeah.
51 joke.
Yeah. But
I know.
It doesn't just have Omega Mart in it. There's, a bunch of other places. And the thing is, it's you could buy stuff at Omega Mart. It's not just think of it as a museum on every drug ever.
No joke. No joke. He sent me various pictures of products. One of them is literally called bitch crystals.
Yeah. Everything is so off here, but I love it so much. And I feel like Monk just running around this SCP-esque grocery store will be the best thing ever.
Honestly, Omega Mart could be an SCP.
That's what everyone's saying. How is this not an SCP? Because it sure feels like it. It shouldn't exist in this reality.
Maybe we could do an SCP episode one day.
We should. Dr. Crank and Dr. Crunk would go Omega Mart.
The last one you guys did was with the Builder-Bear, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a complete meme.
That video is actually quite popular on Cringe Clark. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but it is.
Well, probably because you use SCPs.
Fair.
And those are a pretty popular subject to talk about.
When our videos go popular, it's typically because we just fill them with tags.
Yeah. We don't, completely, do random tags, because they usually have something to do with the video.
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
We don't make up BS. We just apply tags that even apply to, a loose thread of connection.
I mean, you wore the Coke shirt, so I put Coke in the tags.
See, that's...
It's not false. It was in the video.
Yeah, it's in there, so why wouldn't you add it in there?
Yeah, but... To the topic at hand, let's talk about Las Vegas first, because there's a little bit less to talk about there since we haven't actually gone yet.
And there's also, we also don't really have that many plans.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to Las Vegas for the reasons... What?
Who brought up the plan in the first place?
Me.
It was his idea.
So wait, you talked to him about it first, and then you talked to me about it?
Yeah. Well, I think I pretty much talked to you guys at the same time.
I think I was actually the last one to hear about it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because I was
like, when you mentioned Las Vegas, I was just like, where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know.
Like, where did...
Yeah, this plan kind of did come out of nowhere, but that's also why it's like years in advance of planning.
The reason I like initially was like, let's go to Las Vegas is because that's the only place Omega Mart is. It only is
in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're pretty much taking a company trip just to film a Puppet Squad episode.
We'll do some other shit too, but we're not going to Las Vegas. The main reasons why people go to we're not going there for sex. We're not going there for casinos. I mean, we'll be 21 when we go, so maybe we'll get a couple of drinks.
So it will be legal to drink.
Yeah, we're not gonna get drunk off our ass though. So.
Okay, a safe one drink maybe, but no, we're not going there to just be
total idiots.
We're not there to be wannabe gangsters or some shit.
No, we're going. Yeah. I love it's what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, except for us. That's putting the entire thing on the internet for every person to see.
Yeah.
That's aside the point. I figured
it's like a once-in-a-lifetime moment for our channels.
It's planned... So, the current plan is that it's like a 3-day trip. And one of those days is obviously going to be us going to Omega Mart to film an episode.
And there's a bunch of other stuff that we're going to do in Las Vegas. There's a ton of different places you can go. There's this one museum I saw that's a ton of movie props. A lot of them are horror stuff. It's I don't know, but it's got stuff from
Yeah.
It's just super cool, and I figured.
I wonder if they'll allow us to just film.
Well, the video I saw, someone was filming in there, so I don't see why not.
Anyway, speaking of museums, no, this is not the story he's thinking about. So I was doing a school project, and one of the things I had to do was look on the Smithsonian's website. One thing I saw were these crystals, but they were turned into brass knuckles.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like this white crystalline structure. Two of them at the end spike out, and they were turned into a brass knuckle. I sent it to Logan Winter, whatever. I sent it to him, and the caption I gave to that picture was, "The geologist had enough."
Yeah.
Gee, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
The Smithsonian is... I'm now concerned.
Yeah, that's just what all the security guards there have. Just has that in their pocket just a moment.
I can just imagine seeing them wearing that.
That's pain.
Anyway.
Get the hell out of here.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be... Omega Mart Puppet Squad episode, we might film us walking around the horror museum.
Yeah, and I figured we just kind of would film... we're going to do the Puppet Squad in Omega Mart, but I also figured we'd film... I'd probably film a vlog of the trip in general, and we'd do some stuff that's not for the Puppet Squad episode in Omega Mart, just us seeing stuff. Because I even commented on a Twitter post that I'm we're planning to go here, I said soon. Just so they would respond. But I'm would it be okay if we filmed a video in there? They're like, yeah, film whatever you want. And I'm well, you've just doomed yourself. But you've given me actual consent. I screenshotted the post. You've given me consent, and now it's on your fault.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of power that none of us should have, I should not be given creative freedom with Photoshop.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff he has. They're terrifying.
Nathaniel, did I ever send you the thing where I combined 4 animals into one and it was just absolutely horrible?
I don't think you did, but you did. You showed me something that was Willy Wonka or something.
Oh yeah, Willy Wonka.
Oh god.
That is...
Speaking of that might be a thing in a Puppet Squad episode one day.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So for all of you at home, you're gonna have the same first experience with Nathaniel here. I made a Photoshop. It was last year, another school assignment. My photography teacher gave me the task, take 4 animals and combine them in Photoshop. I made a I made a T-Rex with a shark head, scorpion tail, and its arms were replaced by lobster claws.
Oh, man!
Yeah.
You shouldn't have this power.
Jesus.
Not only is that terrifying, but after I made it, I could not stop laughing.
I can't get the image out of my head.
I couldn't stop laughing at it. I went over.
That sounds so ridiculous.
I went over to my classmate Kim. I was like, "Hey Kim, look at this."
Put that on a shirt, just with the caption "Science?" ?
No, I just take that. I take that monster, put it on a shirt. The caption is Wombology.
Yes. The study of Wombo.
Wombology?
Yeah, the study of Wombo.
It's first grade, man. Come on.
Wombo.
But yeah, back to the topic at hand here.
I think that's really all there is to talk about.
Yeah, for Las Vegas. I assume we'll probably do another podcast if we're still doing it in like 3 or 4 years, which I kind of imagine we will. But even if we're not doing the podcast, we're still going to do a video talking about it, like how the trip went.
Yeah.
Like also, like we'll have the footage and everything. Hopefully by then I'll have like a better camera to use, and not just my iPad. But
Well, even if Puppet Squad stays on the iPad, that kind of fits with the whole shitpost quality, I guess.
yeah, that is true. Plus, with my new iPad I have, it's a bit easier to hold and record for.
Yeah.
But now moving on to Puppet Squad, there's quite a bit more to talk about there. I mean, for the 1 year anniversary video, we talked about a lot of it. Speaking of anniversary, this 2 year anniversary is coming up really soon.
Yeah, that when we realized the 2 year anniversary was coming up, it hit us so hard with like realization. Holy crap, we're doing this. We're not even done with like the third. We're almost done with like the third season.
Yeah. It's like, why is I don't hate that this show has been going on for this long, but why is this the series that has been going on for this long?
Cringe O'Clock's basically the main top show is Puppet Squad.
Yeah. It's just
The Puppet Squad theme song, I think, is
It is our most popular video on there, which I feel bad for everyone seeing it. But I'm trying to think of what we could talk about for Puppet Squad that we didn't talk about in the anniversary video.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm pulling up the playlist on my phone here, and that way I can just have a list of the episodes. The anniversary went up to, like, Puppet Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So anything beyond that is fair game, which, wouldn't you know it, the first episode after Puppet Sugar is, quote, that FNAF episode.
Yeah, because the whole thing where, like,
episode.
At the end of the anniversary video, we had Monk say, about that FNAF episode, and then we couldn't think of a name for the episode, so we literally just called it that
Just
FNAF
called it that
episode.
FNAF episode.
Yeah, basically, yeah, so Monk gets, like, Monk tries to get a job, and he ends up going to a Fazbear storage facility.
Yeah.
And not only did the main 4 animatronics chase after him, well, they were kind of like tiny plushies, but like not only did they come after him, there was like this super
We're on a budget.
We're on the super giant cat thing.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
our
the
version of like a
skeleton cat.
secret Golden Freddy thing. The cat.
Yeah, that thing's a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, it's you, so yeah.
Any character I play.
Any character you play is usually terrifying.
Speaking of creepy characters I play, Nathaniel, do you know about Friday Night Funkin'?
Yeah. I've actually been getting into it a lot more. At
Perfect.
first I hated it.
So this brings up a thing. I feel like for any video game, the key to getting hooked on it is to understand how it works. I think the reason why Friday Night Funkin' is so easy to get into is because it's not a complicated game.
Yeah.
There's also
It's also
of
very
role.
nostalgic.
Yeah. Anyway, Nathaniel, you know the character Monster.
Yeah, the lemon head guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna be getting a costume of that guy.
I'm making him a mask of his head. And when I for all since this is going on my channel, you'll notice that I haven't been doing Friday Night Funkin' aside from the first episode. I'm waiting till a lot more happens with the game, because a lot more will be. But just know that you're gonna see the actual monster in my episode where you'll see the monster. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say exactly what we're gonna do for that, but just know it'll be awesome.
Yeah,
It's slightly terrifying.
It'll be funny, and it's a kind of joke we've pulled off before.
Yeah.
Considering Zach's going to be the monster, I can kind of see it happening, and I can also see it being pretty terrifying.
Oh, by the way, another question, Nathaniel. Did you know Monster has a third song coming?
He is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how he has two songs. The one that's named.
Yeah, one of them was left unused, while the other one was used in like week 5.
Well, the unused one was put back in the game. That one's in the game now. It's called Monster, named after him. A lot of the characters have that kind of thing where they have a song.
Like Pico.
Yeah. The second one is Winter Horrorland. The third song upcoming, and it's perfectly okay to say this because, well, the voice actor tweeted it out.
Yeah.
The third song, Monster, it's, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and just play it.
It was an old, like, if you guys remember, like, Flipnote, that's where it first came from.
Flipnote Studio?
Yeah.
DS software.
Yeah. You may get nostalgic when you hear it.
Interesting.
Someone get this man an iPhone. But, yeah, that was originally a Flipnote. And I'm like, when I first saw that post, I'm like, oh my god, the nostalgia. That was like years ago.
Yeah.
It was so long ago.
Yeah. How long has it been?
Flipnote like then got like deleted or whatever, so you can't even like share like them anymore. Oh no, I remember like I had a bunch at the time, and then it's just like, oh well, it got deleted. All right then.
Anyway, but yeah, Monster is singing the iPhone song.
Yeah.
The I got no iPhone thing?
Yeah. We don't know what week that's going to be, but we know it's going to happen.
No, I don't know what week that is.
Yeah. We don't know either.
Since Monster always seems to show up on holidays, I have some suspicions.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so that's another creepy character I play on top of the cat in that FNAF episode, and also by extension the Corey's Halloween. I love that episode.
Halloween.
Yep. That introduced a new character that is literally the scariest thing ever, and he's human, so... I mean, I feel like human's up for debate. I don't even know what this guy is.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The hobo?
Oh, Hobo, a.k.a. Dirty Dorito.
Yeah. That also brought my character Spirit of Halloween, which is he's somehow just friends with. I don't know.
Apparently, Spirit of Halloween is afraid of Dorito slightly.
Who wouldn't be afraid of him?
But yeah, between the two FNAF themed episodes, we have Flipping Billbush, which is basically around brand parody.
Yeah, and also the first introductory episode to Fuck Off Juice, our sponsor of this video. I sponsored myself.
Yeah.
They're paying us nothing because it's me.
Yeah. Go fuck off.
Yeah. You can't buy it because you can't.
Anyway, so yeah.
But that episode also brought back a character that I used to do so long ago, which was the Stone Salesman. which my channel hadn't seen in forever, and now I've like officially brought him back.
So yeah, the rest of season 2 that was made after the anniversary, that was chaos.
Yeah.
The actual thumbnail for Corey's Halloween actually has like him on fire.
Yeah.
And
surrounded by the eyes of everyone in there.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite characters is a Woven Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he returns and is like, I don't know if you would say that was like his ghost form.
Yeah. Woven Man is like a little doll of Slender Man made of yarn, and his limbs are unnaturally short compared to Slender Man's long.
Yeah, because I had made like the string doll, and then for a while I lost him because we knew we were going to use him for Corey's Halloween, but then I'm like, I couldn't find him, so I just made like a stringy version of him that was kind of like a ghost. So yeah, it was Unwoven Man.
Yeah.
And then there's currently currently 4 episodes of season 3, which is a whole nother bag of chaos.
Yeah, they're just gonna get more chaotic at this point.
Season 3 introduced by far the largest wave of characters.
Yep. Some of them we haven't even seen much of.
Yeah.
The first episode was basically just
introducing them.
I don't think that was set up. I think she actually.
Well, that was awkward.
Anyway, so yeah, then there was episode 2 of season 3, Monkey Business, which introduced monkbrand.com.
The best curse thing ever.
What? You kind of cut out there for a moment.
Episode 2 of season 3, monkbrand.com. That's what was introduced.
Yeah. Monk's official business.
A website full of just absolute curse.
Yeah, pretty much.
We even made like 3 fake commercials for it, and it was one of the greatest things ever.
Because each of them have such a different energy to them.
But the thing is like, even though they all have a different energy, they all scream out monk.
Yeah. Like, I swear, the Fuck It All commercial seemed like it could be a real commercial in a way, because of, like, the tone of it.
But there's also the Nuke commercial where it's basically just a parody of the oh-so-popular Eggman scene from the Sonic fandom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 3, once again, we were banking off trends here, Among Us.
Yeah. We had the thing about that episode is entirely my fault. Took forever to do because I'm lazy and also was getting like progressively sick over that time. But then we finally pulled through and got it.
And yeah, basically the whole plot of that episode was Monk had a problem that he literally didn't talk about at all just because screw the viewers. But in order to solve it, Bean, who is an Among Us guy, he's a little crewmate imposter. We don't know which one.
Probably both.
But he presses a button that transforms most of the characters into little crewmates. And, yeah. And at the end of the day, everyone was saved by the power of Red Robin.
Yep. Sponsor us, Red Robin. Do it.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah, we made a sponsor joke.
Yeah, we do that a lot. This is gonna be that in a new video coming out soon. Another one. But yeah, after that, what was the next one?
The next one is the latest Puppet Squad episode, and probably also kind of the most random one ever, which is saying something really. is Hell No Neighbor.
Hell No Neighbor.
Yeah, another game one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this time we can't really say we banked off a trend because Hello Neighbor kind of died off.
Yeah.
Because, Hello Neighbor wasn't really that popular nowadays.
But we still did it because we wanted to do something that wasn't necessarily monk related.
Yeah.
But the story of that episode is Grape Man is spying on the new neighbor because he bought frozen food, which apparently whatever species Grape Man is thrives on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there was one of the lines where it's just like, the neighbor was like, I moved out of here so people won't break into my house. Oh, sweet child. You have no idea what's in store for you.
Yeah, the episode is literally just Grape Man committing theft, breaking and entering, assault.
Yeah, really, if you think about Hello Neighbor, you're kind of the bad guy. I get there's someone in his basement, but still. You're kind of just...
Well, now there's actually a completely different story for it.
But still.
Apparently, the neighbor got into a horrific accident where he lost his family and kidnapped
much
his kid to rebuild
that.
his new one.
Yeah. That's not what we're here to talk about. We just wanted to do a Hello Neighbor episode. I wanted to do it because it's just like, you have a big house, there's a basement. That's really only the reason why.
Yeah, great. We have great.
Yeah, the basement.
Yeah.
We have Great Man full on committing, like breaking and entering. He literally takes a ladder, slams it up on the side of the neighbor's house, climbs into his window.
Yeah.
He leaves whatever the in the toilet.
Yeah.
Because just to assert dominance over.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm pretty sure he succeeded in that. Started watching some weird anime on his TV.
Bros Bizarre Adventure.
What a good joke.
Bros?
Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Because it was a PewDiePie, like, anime.
Yeah, this guy named, like, Spine Apple, or...
Yeah. Sounds kind of familiar.
Is that a JoJo reference?
No, it's
because we have Spike Ball, which is like a pineapple logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be his Logan's music channel.
Yeah. So So this YouTube creator named Spineapple, yes, we credited him in the description. We're not thieves.
Yeah.
Great
Man is though.
He. Basically, Spineapple made like a PewDiePie animation using JoJo's Bizarre Adventure audio, so we made the joke that the neighbor called it Bros Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah. But yeah, and then like he did whatever in the toilet, watched that on his TV, stole his shit, like just straight up just slept in his bed.
Yeah. Great Man did not care at all.
No.
And then
you wouldn't really expect this coming from Great Man, honestly.
Yeah, and the ending is so weird because what I did for the ending was after Great Man runs off with all the frozen food, what happens is the screen cuts to black. I played a lo-fi version of the Mario 64 file select theme, and what happened was this text pops up that says, "And that's how Great Man got away with theft." The end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
the best ending to the show.
It's probably one of the most random episodes we did, and considering Monk wasn't even in it except for like a little cameo.
Yeah.
That's kind of concerning, really.
Yeah.
Monk did appear in that episode, but only as a cameo. He was still wearing most of his Tumbleweed Monk costume.
Oh, yeah.
And he was hung up...
Tumbleweed Monk?
That's a joke we need to show you, but, basically, Tumbleweed Monk is, Monk's grandfather.
Yeah.
And so, basically... I have most of the costume over here. I'm going to show it to Nathaniel because, well, you guys can't see it, but I'm going to describe it to you at least. Don't mind all the noise of me retrieving these objects.
His hat is a croc.
Okay, yes, hold on. Let me get there, asshole. Alright, so...
Alright, damn, jeez.
So, I have this, because, like, obviously, like, pandemic and all that. I have this face mask that has a cat on it. And, what we did was we put that around his neck to act as, like, the top of, like, overalls are looking.
Mm-hmm.
We put these gloves on his hand.
Okay.
Yeah. We put these gloves on him so his hands just looked unnaturally big for no reason.
Yeah.
And as Logan already spoiled for you, we took a crock and jammed it on his head to look like a Pope hat.
Yeah, it was surprisingly effective.
And we also put a mustache on him.
Yeah.
It was one of the craziest looking things ever. And by the way, his full name is, and I mean this, Tumbleweed Dust Devil Monk Supreme.
It really sounds like a thing, like a food you would get at, like, some, like, Texas restaurant.
It sounds like cooked monk.
Tumbleweed Dust Devil Monk Supreme. That, the Supreme part and the shoe on his head is a reference to Vermin Supreme.
Yeah. If you guys at home want to see what we're talking about, you'll have to watch the first episode of Grin the Legend of Barreltown, because that's what Tumbleweed Monk is in.
Yeah.
That was the only... I know this episode isn't about that, but I'm just going to say that right now. It'll be a little bit before the next episode. I apologize.
Basically, what I think he's trying to say here is that Tumbleweed Monk commercial is, like, the only humor.
Yeah, that's the only, like, comedy-related thing in that. The rest is going to be, like, just serious.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation for another day. I'm trying to think. What else? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Well, I mean, there's characters. There's always characters.
That is true, yeah. I also want to leave some of this, though, for the 2-year anniversary.
I mean, I basically, when we did the last week's FNAF episode, I basically just did the same thing I did for my recap video on FNAF.
Yeah.
Did you watch that yet, Nathaniel?
No, I didn't. I keep forgetting to do so.
I'll just text it to you. But yeah, that it's like 13 minutes long. The lore is explained in surprisingly great detail, but the visuals are just, oh boy, you'd think you were on acid.
Yeah. YouTube kids.
There's the notorious Freddy Fazbear troll face that I made among our little circle of friends here.
Yeah.
And Nathaniel, you're really gonna like what I did for Eggs Benedict. You're really gonna like it.
I bet.
It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It is literally one of the best jokes I've ever made.
The whole thing is just work of art.
Yeah.
But and it's okay to talk about that because we made basically 2 FNAF episodes.
Yeah.
On Puppet Squad.
Yeah. So, also, I assume, this video is going to go up before what I'm about to talk about. I'm not going to say what it is, because I'm not going to spoil too much. Neither of you do it either. But a new Puppet Squad episode is getting filmed this weekend. So, because I know it's been a little bit of a gap since the last one, but we'll be filming another one this weekend.
Monk appears a little more, like he has actual speaking roles in this
one. But
one.
this episode really isn't about him. No, it's about something much more.
I said a Hell No Neighbor was probably the most random episode we made. Keyword was...
No one is gonna expect this episode.
The keyword there is most episode we've made. We haven't made this episode yet. And
we've only talked about it.
It's going to become the most random and most, like, drug-looking.
Yeah. We won't talk about that too much more because I don't want to give away anything.
It's appropriate for a channel called Random Stupidity.
Well, Puppet Squad goes on Cringe O'Clock.
Still matches pretty well.
Cringe O'Clock, we at least have some form of restrictions, but not many.
Yeah.
Especially with my channel, something new that's coming. That's literally all you get to know.
Well, you know what we could do? We could also throw in a little teaser for the new series.
We could, and then we're still going to make that teaser.
Because we're planning to just film a teaser later today anyway.
Let's not give away the name yet.
Okay, so basically, this series is going on Logan's channel, Random Stupidity, mostly because the themes involved are actually kind of realistic.
They're real world topics and extremely sensitive. Like, there'll have to be a war. And I'm going to promptly age restrict them myself, because I know if I don't, it'll just happen anyways. Because they're like real world topics, real world problems, and they're going to be like extremely sensitive.
Basically, it's about. Now, just because they do this doesn't mean they're not evil, but what they do is they find people who do, like, really messed up stuff, like, for example, lawyers who, like, screw people over, or, even worse things that we're not gonna say out loud on this podcast.
Yeah, not here.
But, they find people who do, like, messed up stuff on the scale of, like, corrupted businesses all the way to horrible crimes that even most prisoners will beat you up for doing.
Yeah.
This organization finds these people and, well, will most likely kill them.
Yeah. Their motto is, their way of thinking is slightly similar to Jigsaw, but not exactly.
Unlike Jigsaw, they're not afraid to let innocents get hurt.
Yeah. If it's... that's why we said they're not good guys, for sure. They're bad guys doing good things.
Yeah, they're anti-heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like Deadpool, really.
Yeah. He's not afraid to kill someone.
But yeah, they like kill these bad people. They take people that are close to them as like blackmail to make them do better. Mm-hmm. However, the thing is like this kind of trial system, as in quotes, that they put these people on. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're not even worth it. If they're on like the worst end of that spectrum I talked about, they have an entire group of people ready to just set up shit like C4 traps just to kill them. If they're not even worth trying to make better.
Yeah. But yeah, just like I said, a warning, that series is not going to be for everyone. That's why I'll put a disclaimer at the beginning of each one, because it's going to be hard to watch.
Disclaimers, like, at the beginning of each episode in the description.
Like, I know I've made stuff that has comic relief in it that's still serious. This series is going to have zero comic relief. It's going to be just serious.
And
I mean, how serious can you get with a cult that essentially
kills don't give away much. Don't give away much.
But yeah, no, we do plan for this to be dead serious. Like, yeah, it's kind of like we're making it because it's like a cool idea, but it's also kind of in a way
like trying to like bring attention that these are things that happen in the real life.
Well, one, yes, to bring attention to horrible things that need to be like stopped, but also just kind of like personal commentary in a way. Yeah. Because I feel like too many people get away because of like laws. Like, if you see someone who's like actively trying to do something that's like really horrible, you really should have the right to just shoot them in the face and put them down. Yeah. Because if they're doing like really horrible things, like things you can't even justify, like for example, there's murder, but there's things to justify. Like if they broke into your house, that's justified murder. Mm-hmm. But if there are things that like you cannot justify no matter what, and it's things like that you really should be able to just kill people on the spot for trying to do.
There shouldn't even be a need to go to court. Like, you should just be sentenced to death.
Like, and a lot of people, like, that sounds harsh, but like the world is harsh. Yeah.
Life's not the jolly happy thing that you're gonna think it is when you get out of high school.
Yeah, I mentioned in my most recent video, in reality, life sucks.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
In Ben Plays Doki Doki, Ben says, "The world is shit, Sayori," and then Julie edited in a clip from Emperor's New Groove where Kronk's shoulder angel is like, no, he's got a point.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Julie, just shout out to her for making all the artwork that is the only thing you see. because she's the one that makes all that. So she is part of this podcast.
She's also pretty much the backbone carrier of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a pretty busy lady.
I mean, not so much your stuff, Nathaniel, but me and Logan's stuff. She has to work a lot to.
Yeah. I mean, I can occasionally work on my own stuff, and sometimes I get Logan to work on his stuff to battle his depression.
Yeah. I don't know. What he's talking about is like, if I'm like depressed, sometimes doing nothing isn't the best thing, so I'll just kind of like make something and edit it because it distracts me.
Yeah,
because so far the video you made was
wait.
What?
This can't. We can go far beyond the Just Puppet Squad. Monk has his own damn channel.
Yeah, he does, and I hate it so much.
I don't blame you at all.
Monk Rambles the series.
Think of it kind of just like a podcast, but he talks about a podcast, but he's on screen and also just is not okay.
Basically, the real Okay, so let's actually go into the origin of Monk Ramble, because this didn't exist when we made the anniversary of Puppet Squad.
Yeah, we would have talked about it then.
So basically, the way Monk Ramble started was I was over at Logan's house, and I was awake, but he wasn't, and I just wanted to do something. So I took Monk outside, and I filmed a video of me just using him as a catalyst to ramble about things I was pissed about. And that's basically what the series is. We take issues that we're talking about, or like we're feeling, and
we just explain it through Monk.
Like, for example, I think it's the most recent one, he talks about how he tells a story about someone who made a knockoff shit nuke as like a bomb threat at a school. That's loosely based on an event that actually happened at Logan's school where there was
a bomb threat, to try to like get out of a test or something, which Monk points out not because Monk never has logic, but I had to say it, like, who thinks that is worth it?
Yeah, it's like, in the words of Monk.
Yeah,
we were out there for like an hour because they had to search for a bomb that wasn't there. So
that kind of shit is serious, man.
Yeah, you can't just make jokes about
it. You can't, especially school shootings.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very good that they spent an hour thoroughly searching the place for a potential bomb.
That is true.
But what we're knocking here is the fact that someone used it to try and get out of a test. In the words of Monk, if you're gonna do that, just pull the fire alarm.
Because you're gonna get suspended and possibly arrested for doing that. If you pull the fire alarm, you're gonna get suspended for like a week, but that's it. With the bomb threat, you could get arrested.
Maybe a fine if you're
possibly serve a death threat. Or death sentence.
Maybe a fine if you're like over 18. But
yeah, like why a bomb? That's just not okay.
It's also not worth it at all.
No.
But yeah, Monk Rambles is basically just us rambling on about problems we have, but also throwing in some random bullshit from time to time. Also, let's talk about Monk's collection of camera people.
Yeah.
There's a very special one we plan to have soon. We would have had it this weekend, but
I couldn't find the outfit.
But Monk has had various camera people, such as the Sporax.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, you guys can't see, but it's the Lorax, but his eyes are cracked out.
Oh.
Because he's always high.
We've had
and apparently he admits weed when you're around him.
Yeah, all of you have probably heard of a contact high. Yeah. Literally, that's what
I mean, there was a whole episode where that was when the Sporax was the cameraman. It was just called Monk Ramble's Weed Edition.
But yeah, Monk has had several cameramen. He's had, just us. He's had his brother Michael. He's had, like, one-off characters like Freddy.
Yeah, literal Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, like...
He's had Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. But, like, it's not just the cameraman that's crazy, it's also the sandwich and flour highway.
Yeah. Well, I wanna say what the origin of that joke is. Okay, go ahead.
So, the sandwich and flour highway is a joke that started off. Now, the reason why it's a running joke is because when we were filming, I think it's technically the first Monk Rambles, but it was the second one recorded, because for some reason we made the first couple, like, published out of order.
Yeah.
But, we made a joke that was kind of not okay, so we had to censor it, and
Yeah.
we replaced, like, various things with, like, sandwich and flour.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called the Sandwich and Flour Highway.
And now every episode is just called that because, I mean, we're by a highway and it's the same highway because it connects, obviously, so.
Yeah.
That's the joke behind that. Monk's channel is... Because he has his own series, but it's also a shitpost channel, so...
Yeah.
Pun completely intended.
Jerry.
Oh my god.
What did you even say?
Jerry.
Oh yeah. Jerry's channel is literally just shitposts.
Yeah, Jerry's channel is literally just like horrible meme.
Yeah.
I made a Twitter called Context is Illegal, but Jerry's channel is basically just that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's duck.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the words of Job Simulator, that is very duck.
Yeah.
I don't get why I like him so much. He's just a friggin' duck.
Yeah,
Jerry is best boy.
Yeah, Jerry is the greatest background character to ever live.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't know, he's somewhere out here in the background.
So, yeah. So, yeah, Monk Rambles is just a whole catastrophe.
Yeah.
We plan to record a couple more.
Of the Monk Rambles.
I mean, the reason why it's so easy to make them is, one, because it's not exactly hard to edit, and two, we just have Monk ramble on about stuff that's...
In other words, we always have something to complain about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know what? I think a funny idea would be if we do, like, a mockumentary.
Yes.
Now... For those of you who don't know, a mockumentary is a type of, like, satire, which is basically, like, you present a problem by, like, sarcastically to bring attention to it. Mm-hmm. Our secret series that we're not going to talk about, that we told you about, the whole organization that kills bad people, see, that's not satire because we still treat it seriously. Satire is a joke.
Yeah.
For example... The one that I watched recently is called Teenage Affluenza, which sounds like influenza, which is the flu, but also affluence, which is like, you know, money and shit.
Yeah.
Now, the reason it's called that is because they do like this like fake documentary where they describe like a teenager's life, like having to go through the grueling task of like talking to their mom in the car for 20 minutes and then walking an excruciating 125 steps to their class. It's like a joke stuff, like they have to then take the groceries from the car through the house to the kitchen. It's like it's all like mock stuff, and what they do is they like say that, but then they also throw in like actual struggles that happen in like third world countries where like struggles are actually extremely real, mortality rates are unfortunately high, and like it's problems that are like they genuinely need to be solved. And basically the Teenage Affluenza mockumentary is designed to show people in first world countries like mainly the United States that maybe you shouldn't be such a crying bitch all the time, because there are people who actually basically live through hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it made in America, essentially.
And,
well, this is awkward.
So what I think would be a fun idea is if we do that, but Monk.
Yeah. That would definitely work.
Yeah.
Here we see the idiot in its natural habitat, high school.
Yeah, high school really is the breeding ground for stupidity.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I've always had... Here's the thing. I made this kind of joke to Logan earlier, but like now that we're on the topic of schools, I mean this still kind of has like monk humor written all over it, so I guess.
I mean everything we've talked about has something to do with chaos. So.
Anyway, basically, I believe the American education system is incredibly flawed, and it actually kills people's creativity. That's actually a study that's been proven.
Yeah.
It kills creativity in people, and it's like. Here's the thing. In my opinion, the first step to making someone smart is to make them hate almost everyone around them. That's the first step. Believe me, it helps.
Yeah.
And cause like I've always stood against trends and stuff. Like when the what are those thing was popular when I was in like middle school, I still didn't understand it at all, and I kind of I hated it, and like I've hated trends for a long time. I hated it when I hated roasted when it first became a theme, because like you realize the term roasting someone just sounds like you're a cannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it became like, and then like the term lit came around when it's like, bro, why do you people keep doing this?
Humanity was a mistake.
I mean, I agree that language is ever evolving, but y'all are just taking
it's
it...
evolving, just backwards.
Quote. That's a good analogy for it.
I am holding a cat toy because I'm bored as fuck. It's a ball of yarn that rattles. We used it in a video that involved Monk.
Yeah. Shocker.
Because why not?
So, yeah, it was actually, if any of you listening to this remember the April Fool's joke that happened on me, Logan's, and our collab channel, it was Noir and a knockoff version of Dollface.
Just my version, yeah.
Doing the Take On Me dance.
Yeah, but the thing was, we couldn't use Take On Me because due to copyright issues.
Yeah. Which I don't really understand, because there's other videos on YouTube that have the song in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't get striked.
Yeah, so we made a mock-up version that used like a slightly sped-up version of the Sonic CD US Boss theme, which, if any of you listening to this are kind of new to the video game scene, that music track is terrifying.
In a way, it worked better since the April Fool's joke, since we were doing the Take On Me dance, but it just wasn't the music, so it was like...
That video gave birth to a really horrible demon. Fun is infinitely non-existent, screen.
And the reason we're talking about this is, let's just say Noir and Dollface are coming back. And they're like best friends. That's all we'll say.
We filmed another video with those two. Monk was involved. He didn't like actually do anything. He was just there as like a dumb joke.
Yeah. You'll see that video pretty soon.
And that is also where the yarn toy came in. Yeah. Anyway, Nathaniel, what were you saying?
Just go ahead. I lost what I was going to say.
I'm sure it had something to do with the demon.
Yeah, it actually did. If any of you haven't played Sonic CD and don't know about this, to get to this, hang on. That whole screen was a reference to an Easter egg in Sonic CD where you press down, 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 left, right on the title screen, then enter a specific code into the sound test screen. You go under, you hit enter, and you see this like weird screen of like Sonic with a weird face, and in the Japanese text it says "Fun is Infinite" by Sega Enterprises.
And it's signed by the devil.
Fun.
Yeah, it's like Sonic with like in all honesty, the face Sonic has, one, I think it was supposed to knock at Mario because it looks kind of like Mario, but like deformed. But it also kind of looks like a deformed version of the Anonymous mask.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It was supposed to be an anti-piracy message, apparently.
You have to show me that. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
You've never seen it?
I know what you guys are talking about, but I've never seen the face.
Yeah, anti-piracy things have also kind of become a meme.
Yeah.
Like, for example...
Yeah, because there's... You first.
There's one of my favorites. It's like Animal Crossing New Leaf, because I played a lot of Animal Crossing New Leaf. That's one of my favorite like fake anti-piracy things. Basically, it goes through the intro of Animal Crossing New Leaf. Everyone knows how the intro of Animal Crossing goes. You're on a vehicle, you talk to Rover the cat, you answer questions to like generate your character. But at the end, it's like, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we've been driving you to jail.
Like, and you didn't even know this whole time.
Yeah, and it's like,
This isn't my stop.
and, yeah, but the actual classic GameCube Animal Crossing, that was my entire damn childhood right there.
Animal Crossing New Leaf is like the only Animal Crossing game I've played because I don't have systems to play it on. Well, no, that's not true. I played New Horizons because my dad has it, but that's beside the point.
I've never played a single Animal Crossing in my life.
I love Animal Crossing. Tom Nook is Satan, by the way.
The original Animal Crossing, the villagers also had a tendency to be rude. For example, Anka, the one who I turned into Willy Anka as a joke. She literally, if she's talking to somebody and you like join their conversation, one of the things she can say, like, this is the original GameCube Animal Crossing. One of the things she can say is like, she talks to you about your relationship with the person she's talking to. And one of the things she could say is like, "Oh, you met them, blah blah blah. I figured you met them somewhere more your style, like the 99-cent store."
Ooh.
Get fucked.
Yeah, Anka is like really sassy.
Yeah.
And she's going to appear in a Puppet Squad episode as Willy Anka, so that justifies the inclusion of this topic.
Yeah. It's just like the tags. We're not clickbaiting because we're talking about something that involves it. So, yeah.
Willy Anka, she's gonna run like a magical cursed candy chocolate pyramid thing.
Yeah.
Instead of a factory, it's a temple.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But, yeah, so Monk here, we have him, but obviously you guys can't see that. Monk here, lately we've actually been obsessed with keeping him in his jacket. His
orange hoodie.
Yeah. Since, I mean, it's not really a surprise anymore, so we can say this. The Season 3 special, because the typical formula for seasons right now is to do 7 episodes, then a special.
Yeah.
The Season 3 special is going to be him as, like, rapper.
Monk the Rapper, and I have to rap in Monk's voice. And I don't know if y'all knew this, but I'm white! It's hard for me to talk fast.
Yeah. I mean, I'm white, and I can do the...
Yeah, you're the only white man I know that can do that.
But yeah, Monk's rapping. His rap name is literally the best and worst pun ever. Monk's rap name is Lil Shit.
That's also how he like does the intro for each of his Monk rambles. It's like, hey yo, what up, this little shit here? So,
Lil Shit, like everyone knows the listen here, you little shit. Like his rap name is Lil Shit.
Yeah,
it's literally the greatest thing. And the Season 3 special is going to be about him in his rap career, and it's also going to be the Corey diss track.
Yeah.
I literally wrote out a diss track on like, I actually wrote it.
Yeah.
And, like, the worst part is that it's actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if I like that it's good, but it's pretty good.
I did not have to style as hard.
Actually, I can wait for that to happen. It sounds completely horrendous, but also awesome at the same time.
That's everything involving Puppet Squad.
It's Puppet Squad is literally the motto of Puppet Squad is simultaneously the best and worst thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
The most questionable and cringy show on the planet.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, it's cringe o'clock, man.
Imagine doing Puppet Squad in front of a live audience.
Oh, we also have another Puppet Squad idea. I'm sure.
What is it?
I'm sure some of you out there have heard of drunk goggles.
Oh yeah,
I forgot
about this.
For those of you who don't know, drunk goggles are a pair of goggles designed to basically make whoever's wearing them feel like they're drunk when they're actually not. Like, I wore them in a health class, like, to test out, like, what can you do if you're drunk. Everyone knows how, like, if you're pulled over while drunk, they'll make you walk in a straight line. What a lot of people don't realize is if you're drunk, that's actually really hard to do. I wore drunk goggles and tried to walk in a straight line because for some reason the classroom had this, like, cable under, like, a plastic thing that stretched across the middle of the room. Mm-hmm. We had to try and walk across that while wearing the drunk goggles. It was actually incredibly difficult.
Well, the thing that, because I've used drunk goggles before, when I was in Cub Scouts years and years ago, we tried on drunk goggles, but we had to walk between chairs.
Ooh.
Like in, like a wavy pattern, and I'm like, everyone fell. Everyone.
So
That sounds
It was
funny.
fun, but, like, it's no joke.
So this Puppet Squad idea concept, we're just gonna film a normal Puppet Squad episode, but the entire time we're gonna have drunk goggles strapped to the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work though.
Oh, it's gonna work, and it's gonna be hell.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna be hard to watch.
This is gonna be a total wreck house.
It's just like a high school Markiplier, but it's Monk and you're the person.
Originally, we debated filming the episode while we were wearing the goggles, but no, we're gonna strap them to the camera so that the viewers look drunk.
Yeah. Because, honestly, if you're not watching Puppet Squad drunk, what are you doing? I'm joking.
Monk has also, over the course of the series, evolved a lot as a character.
Yeah.
Like, he slowly became drunk, uses drugs, does not very good things.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even talking about the nuke. We're talking about, like, as the internet calls it, unholy activity.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, he also casually is just willing to drop nukes.
Yeah, so that's always fun.
The man literally has nukes and other types of missiles at his disposal.
Yeah. Should we go ahead and wrap this episode up then? We've been going for over an hour now.
Oh yeah, we have. Oof.
We have?
Yeah, we've been going for time check hour and just about 2 minutes.
Sure didn't feel like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm thinking we should wrap this up because
I said this before in the past. Time sure flies fast when you get old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah.
pushing 18 and I already feel like I'm starting
We're
to
already
get
18 and it
Alzheimer's.
sucks.
Yeah, the moment I turned 18, I just felt like I died. Like, I'm not even kidding. It just felt like a curse suddenly hit me and I was drained of all energy.
Oh no, the world expects me to do stuff now. But yeah, I say we go ahead and end this episode here.
So, yeah, so, I think the thing you'll froze a little.
Let's just keep going. I can't cut anything out of this.
I want to be young. I want to maintain some of that before I actually start losing some of that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He cut in at enough of a point where we know what he's talking about. Yeah. Yeah. You really want to do stuff while you're young, because otherwise time will just fly by and you won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, maybe that's why. And it's good that we're going to do the Las Vegas thing when we're around in our 20s, because, I mean, it's a good time to be young. Oh, stupid battery thing.
Anyway. So yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why we do all the stupid videos that we do, like Puppet Squad and stuff, because we just want to have fun. Yeah. It's something that apparently all of America cannot understand.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I say this a lot about my channel. Like, I like that I have an audience, but I do my channel for pretty much me. Like, and that, like, I'm not, that's why I, like, never ask for, like, likes or whatever. Like, I'm not here on YouTube to do that. I'm here to, like, make memories with my friends. It's mainly just a place to archive the stuff I enjoy. That's why I was only upset when my first channel got deleted. Like,
yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, it's like, it was so sad.
Yeah. But, like, it's not...
See all the great memories go.
But it's also not selfish. We also really do genuinely do this stuff to make...
Yeah, we care about the audience.
Like, for example,
Yes.
Corey's Halloween, the second season special, that was entirely one of our fans' ideas.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And,
don't ask us where the hobo came from. That was just like something that came out of Nightmare
That
Fuel.
kind of just came from your ideas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was a nightmare. Also, yeah, his name is fucking Dirty Dorito.
Dirty Dorito.
Yeah.
And it's a joke on Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty
Dorito.
Dirty Dorito. Dirty Dorito is also one of the stars on his own series, Hobo Olympics.
Yeah.
The Hobo Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. We currently only have one episode, and that's because, well, we kind of didn't get around to finishing. But that's okay, because it also kind of functions as a pilot, so it's like...
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
That series really depends on weather.
So... The pilot episode takes place, it was the winter of... Because here's the weird thing that I never understood. For some reason, the year does not begin, like, in between seasons. Winter begins at, like, the end of the year and then goes into the beginning of the next year, which is really weird.
Yeah.
So... we had to title it Hobo Olympics Winter 2020 to 2021 because of it crossing years like that. But basically that first Hobo Olympics is just me and Logan in hobo costumes throwing bottles at each other for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's dodgeball, but on a budget.
We have a budget.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, that's kind of the bottom line.
Yeah, we're probably gonna end it here, film some monk stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well in that case, thank you guys for listening to the third episode of the Dumbass Podcast.
And RIP to anybody's lost brain cells.
Yeah, and subscribe to everyone in the description. Yeah, alright, well I guess we'll see you guys later.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, but also possible upcoming episode SCPs. Maybe not the next episode, but it's definitely planned.
Alright, see you guys!